The first DnD Survey came out and everybody is losing their minds. So you of course want to make your opinion heard as well. But before you do that, let me talk about one other thing that got people really emotionally invested over the past few days.
Or even years.
I'm talking of course about D20 tests and how you succeed on a net 20 and fail on a 1. Always, regardless of your modifiers. So let's all just breathe in and out. Because we got something to talk about, something big. The difference between simulation and arcade games. So in the one corner we have the simulationists who argue that the bard who's playing their guitar shouldn't have a 5% chance to just suddenly not being able to play anymore, and the wizard suddenly making the best appearance while singing even though he has never even sang before. And on the other side there are the arcade gamers who always like if something out of the ordinary can happen. If the bot fails to entertain his customers, maybe he swallowed a fly and has to cough while he is performing, and suddenly everybody is throwing rotten tomatoes at him. And when the wizard comes on stage, he only knows one song, but the song resonates so good with the people at the pub, because that's also the only song that they know in this area. So they are just singing with him and there's a big concert going on. So let me ask you, is one of these approaches here totally false? I think that isn't the case. And I think that this problem is the prime example to show us that we are not all playing the same kind of game. Some people like their D&D to be grounded and realistic and to not have to roll for ordinary things. But some people like more comedic games, more light-hearted ones, or even more dangerous ones, and they always want the possibility of failure or even success. Before I'm making these videos, I'm always on one side of the argument. But the more I think about it, I almost always come to the conclusion that both sides have valid points, and we can not just disregard one side, but take the best of both worlds and combine them for our games. For example, maybe it doesn't add to the fun if the barbarian in the group can't lift the boulder to the entry of the next dungeon, and it doesn't make any sense to hide it away from the players. And in this situation, maybe just once the arcade players want to handwave this check as well and just say, "You are so strong, you don't need to roll." And maybe for the players who handwave a lot of things, maybe just once challenge yourself to accepting a check where it doesn't make sense and see how you can creatively describe whatever happens with the die roll. I mean, even in the real world we have so many unlikely and unexpected things happening. It can only improve our games if just sometimes something like this happens as well. So what do I think about this proposed change? I basically think it's nothing to argue about, because everybody will just keep on running their game how they always used to. Because it's not about this one rule, it's about the decision to let somebody make a roll or to not let them make a roll. This pretty much won't change, so I don't think it will have a big impact on how DMs will play their game, and I don't think people should be as upset as they tend to be here. But that is also just my opinion. If you have a point that I haven't considered myself, please enlighten me in the comments and let us have a discussion. I want to learn as well. Bye!